day and welcome to another video. I wanted to do a little different video today where I look at the different malls in Trinidad for a few reasons. One, I always tell people that Trinidad is very commercialized, and for a small island we have a lot of malls. Also, I don't know if you remember, I did a video where I did like Jamaica versus Trinidad, all friendly. In that video I mentioned about Trinidad being, more commercialized. The same thing I just said. There was a lot of talk in the comments about, I'm talking only about Montego Bay and not Kingston. And I've been to Kingston and I've seen it. And yes, there is a lot of urban commercialized stuff in Kingston. Jamaica really lacks big malls. And I say lacks in that it's not a bad thing that it doesn't have it. Going to show you guys around, not all, but most of the different malls. And we're by the big one, Gulf City. Alright, so let's go in and we'll see when I say malls, what I'm talking about. And you'll see the amount that Trinidad has. So when I say mall, this is what I'm talking about, where multiple things like this area where stores on both sides, alright, shops and shops, and we're walking in air condition. And this goes on and on. There is an upstairs and downstairs. There is a cinema in here. There is a business center in here. There is about 4 or 5 decks of parking on the other side. There is big restaurants on the outside. So this is a whole big shopping area. Again, it's very similar. It's just a smaller version to like the malls in Miami and that kind of thing. Gulf City is of course the premier one, located in South Trinidad. And there are so many other malls in Trinidad. Shopping. Trinidad is made to take your money. So right now it's very early, so the mall is pretty much closed. It's not even it's like 8:30. Check that nice light. And we're in the food court area, so most of it is closed. But in this area there is 12 or 14 different restaurants right in this area. And again, I remind you, we're inside in AC, comfortable, and we can go and get something to eat. There is one open here, so we're going to check out what they have. Come downstairs. Again, it's very early, so some of the stores now opening up. You can see just the size of this place. Every time I walk, just pass another store and another store. And then this one has a big atrium with a fountain. Let me show you a little more. That's the atrium behind us there, and it's decorated now for Carnival, because Carnival is just about a week and a half away. You saw the video where we did some shopping, and you saw the decoration here for Christmas. So they always use that for events and decorations and that kind of thing. And we're continuing along the mall. So we came back upstairs and we're on the other side of the mall, and there is a smaller food court on this side. It has 4 or 5 restaurants here. Dairy Queen, Royal Castle, McDonald's, Damascus Grill. This mall is big enough that it has 2 food courts, one on each side. So we're in wonderful Wonderland, look at it. So obviously this is not for me, I am just the bag holder. We're here in C3. This is one of the larger malls here in South. It's just outside San Fernando on the highway. That's the highway right behind us. And as you can see, it's really set up nice. We're walking in, has a nice kind of big courtyard, nice steps, different levels. And there is a movie town, like a few screen cinema built into this one. If you look at the back, there is the courtyard that has like outdoor restaurants and stuff, and there is a food court on the inside of this one and a big supermarket attached. So one of the larger ones. Check it out. It's really nice. Inside, AC and stores all around. There's a downstairs and another section. So in the movie town section. So the movies are upstairs there, the theaters, and there is shops and restaurants down here. This is just a little other part of the mall, eh? This is not the main mall. This is just movie town. Similar to the other malls, there's a food court area, and you can see you can get a whole set of different types of food here. And that's a little preview here of C3. There is more to see, but it's early in the morning, we have other things to do. This is Long Circular Mall. This is a mall that I know very, very well because I used to walk down here from St. Anne's. So this was like my backyard. So let me check it out. It's one of the older malls, so you'll find that certain things look like it need updating. But let me check it out. Circular Mall is kind of designed like in a square or circle, as you could say, around this big atrium that you see. It's always been known like this. This was built like in the early 80s, I think, so it has that kind of vibe, but it still has a lot of stores open. That store Power Play back there, we've been going into that store since I was a teenager. This is like a little flashback from Long Circular Mall. There's 3 floors of shopping, and then it has a floor 4 with more businesses and that kind of thing. So we're on the ground floor, and this is the food court. Let's take a look at Cafe Caribbean, Marketplace, going right around. All the decent restaurants, coming right back around. And there used to be like a big gaming area in the back there, but it's not there anymore. That is what I used to come for, like during the school holidays. Once I had $5 on me, I used to walk from St. Anne's, walk from Honolulu, and come to Long Circular Mall to play game to find out. So we're going into West Mall. It's been a long time since I've come to this mall, so it's somewhat newish for me because it looks like it's been renovated. They call it the Falls at West Mall now. This is a Stush Mall because it's in Westmoreland, which is Irish area. Definitely been renovated since the last time I've been here. You have the little food court behind me. This is the food court here, this little atrium area. Pretty cool. It's just like a smaller version to the malls in Miami. You have Noodle Bowl, you have Solia, Korean. Oh, that's so cool. I have to check that out. You have a Hot Subs Cafe, other Korean food. So we're on the other side of the falls in West Mall. Check it out. So that's the falls at West Mall, and it has pretty much similar stores to Gulf, just a little more, modern because it got renovated very recently. And it has the mini zoo. Just another example of Trinidad being designed to take your money. What is that being built? Trincity Mall. This is one of the big malls. This unlike Gulf, where you can come and shop. As you can see, we just passed a big grocery, Skechers, Mini Sue, and the food court that have a good few food places. It is Sunday, so some of the stores are closed. I remember this morning we're going into the older part of the mall because it was a little smaller and they added on to it. So we're in the older area now. It was just like one big long shopping area. Again, it is Sunday, so most of the stores over on this side especially is closed. This is not as busy as it used to be. Trincity used to be the place up on this side, up on the east, but there are other malls close by that is kind of taking away the oomph out of Trincity. Now this is really what we know the old Trincity is. You see the vaulted roofs? This is the old version of the mall, old school. back on the other side, it wasn't new. And when I say new, it's well almost 20 years by now, but you know the other part of the mall is way older. See, it's a more modern design, and upstairs is the cinema. There's an 8-screen cinema here. Upstairs? Alright, let's go. Remember thinking about? From this window you can see. That's True Value on the other side of the mall. That's the old section of the mall we just walked through, and we're in the other section on the other side. Here in the other food court, there are 2 food courts. We're in the other one, and as you can see, this one is way busier. One of the reasons is there is a cinema there, 8 screens built into this mall. Then there is a Galacta, which is like a play place with games and stuff for kids. But you can get so much food right in this place. Hong Kong City, Caesars, Subway, Trini Hot Chicken, Caribbean Cafe, the Marketplace Food Fair, Burger King, Yamas, The Ranch, Barbecue, Pizza Hut, KFC, Pita Bread, all kind of different things. So we took a walk through to the other side. Now we're back over to closer to the other side. Not closer, we are in the other side by the other food court. But over here it has a big grocery, True Value. You have a Popeyes, you have a Rituals Coffee, a Pizza Boys, Stews, Dairy Queen, and Annie's Cinnabon. Let me see, anything else? Yes, a Tandoori Hut and Johanna Arabic cuisine. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correct. And then you have the Fudge. You think all is necessary? So we're going to Eastgate Mall. This is right down the road from another mall, Trincity Mall, that I know. This is new. I've never been here before, so we're going to check it out. But as I said, Trincity is right down the road, and they built a next mall close to it. Right off of the pet store, straight into the mall, and it's really nice. It's actually something like West Mall before. My son was telling me that, and it's true. Eastgate, it is really, really nice. This is just like a miniature Miami Mall from the US, kind of going in by the food court. That was Eastgate Mall. It is really, really nice. You can tell that it was recently built. Nice high-end stores, that kind of thing. It's not expensive, but you know, most malls are. Trinidad really make to take your money, and the more I go to these malls, I realize how Americanized in terms of shopping and whatnot Trinidad has got nobody else. Alright, so we continue in the series of shopping, showing you how Trinidad made to thief your money. Just come off the highway right after Shakonas, and we have Brentwood Mall or Plaza. It's a big shopping center right after Shakonas. There's a lot of restaurants here, as you can see up on the wall there, and then there is a Domino's up in the corner there. But it's more like a plaza because the pass-through is literally just a pass-through to go to the other side. And on the other side, although it's not part of Brentwood, you can get Royal Castle, and you know, so the area itself has a lot of shopping and restaurants and whatnot. So yeah, it was a little in and out, but that's basically Brentwood. So we're in South Haven, which is a little plaza that has an Annan supermarket. It has a big club here, a Mall of America. It have big pharmacies, all kind of thing. And this is just a little thing. I mean, everywhere you go in Trinidad, it had restaurants, all kind of thing. It had this kind of thing. What is this? Pennywise Supercenter Plaza. So it has a little plaza here, but the main thing here is a Pennywise. Now, in Trinidad, Pennywise is like a one-stop shop for all things cosmetics and whatnot. You'll see, it is pretty massive, especially this one. Everything inside here, some kind of cosmetics or beauty, something. They're massive. Check this aisle, only here. That. Check the amount. All of this. from Pennywise. That was just a hint. We didn't really get to see the size of that store. Just a little inkling to why it's so big. It has about 3 levels of parking. We're just in one here. Guys, as you can see, I'm in Port of Spain on Independence Square. I'm going to show you some of the way Trinidad has set up for shopping and, you know, for you to spend your money. As I said, the way Port of Spain is set up, I should say, is in blocks. So you have street after street after street, and then they created these arcades, air-conditioned arcades, that has shopping to connect one street to the next. We have Frederick Street, Henry Street, then Charlotte Street. You go from one to the next through these shopping arcades. Let me show you. I'm walking from Frederick Street to Henry Street through this mall. This is one way, and if you look, there's a pathway, so there's like 2 right next to each other, and you can cut in between them. It's a really nice way to get from one place to the next. So I am now on Henry Street, and let's go through one more. Oh, I'm seeing it up there, Time Plaza. Let's go. I'm now going through Time Plaza to Charlotte Street. This one have corners and what. And this has been here since I was like in high school, and we used to be batting these things right through, passing through all these malls and whatnot. Charlotte Street, this is also known as now Chinatown, and it's like a market street. So you could go from Chacon Street to Frederick Street, like Concert Mall or whatever it's called now, or Town Center Mall, and then from Frederick Street you could take a boutique mall. There's 2 of them, Golden Doors Mall, and I think Brentwood also has a pass through, and you could come to Henry Street, and from Henry Street you could take Time Plaza and go to Charlotte Street. Like that, guys, I am back in Jamaica watching the view from Harbour City Mall. I know for a fact, and as I'm here to show you an example, Harbour City in Montego Bay, you take a drive down to Fairview just now. There are shopping areas and large shopping areas in Jamaica, and I know in Kingston there is even more. I've went through 1 or 2 of those. It's just that the large malls that I showed you, like Gulf City and West Mall and Eastgate and whatnot, I haven't really seen an equivalent of that in Jamaica. And to be very, very clear, and I hope everyone watched the video until this point, I know it's a longer video, it is not a bad thing that Jamaica really doesn't have an equivalent yet. And I say yet because I know eventually they will. When I go back to Trinidad every few years and I drive down the highway, I feel that every time I go back, there is another shopping center that I don't know about. And I often ask the question, why so many shopping centers? And there are things that Trinidad needs. There always seems to be a new shopping center. So I hope people understand that Jamaica not having those big malls is not a negative. I like Jamaica the way it is, this kind of nice laid-back feeling. I know when you go Kingston, it's a different vibe because Kingston is all about the hustle and business. I love the laid-back feel. Like when you come to Jamaica, although it's bigger than Trinidad, you still feel it's like an island and you get that tropical vibe, and I really love that. We don't need to emulate North American shopping or anything like that. Let's enjoy the tropical vibes, nature that we have. That's just my opinion. Jamaica does have these developments and these shopping. I want to touch on the other thing, which is gentrification. Now, when they develop these big malls, it causes kind of gentrification of the area. Price are already so expensive, and when they gentrify it like that, it gets even more expensive. So while development is good, it has its negative. And we just have to balance both of them. Look how nice that poetry looking in the back there, the yellow flowers, you see that? Nice, eh? I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me going to all these malls, and that was only a fraction of the malls in Trinidad. There was a whole set I didn't touch, like Valpa, South Park, Grand Bazaar, it's pretty big. There is Starlight Plaza in Diego Martin. So there is a whole set that kind of commercialized shopping in Trinidad. So I hope this video kind of shows you just how commercialized Trinidad is, for good or bad. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and remember to always like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Bye.